yes, it's just now a matter of days before we can hear the rhythmic sounds of the La Liga, Serie A, Premier League, Bundesliga and all other leagues that makes us football fans very excited. But before then, there's a Community Shield, just a small matter between Leicester and Manchester City. They need to settle it. We'll talk about it later. And there's some breaking news. Lionel Messi is free to leave Barcelona. Is it sensational or is it realistic? We talk about all that, and Harry Kane not going back to training. What on earth is happening to the England captain? All that is right here on the Transfer Weekly with me, Mwanawanjuguna. So he has already said he thinks it's an excellent move. Everybody knows it's an excellent move. Is this a marriage made in heaven?
Probably, but we'll have to see. Time will have to tell, because moving to a new team is difficult. Keep in mind, about 3 years ago, he was playing in the second division. So personally, I think it's a bit overpriced, but he definitely fit into the system. And now City now are under so much pressure to win the Champions League. They've spent almost $1 billion and they have no Champions League. So I think it's high time for them to step up their game. Even Pep needs to win that trophy for his doubters to take him seriously, you know.
Skeptics will say they came close last season. Your team did destroy the party. Now, GREALISH, 100. You're saying he's overpriced, and I'm trying to think about it. How much would you think he would cost? Normally, if the market was normal, without the Neymar signing, without the Mbappe signing that destroyed the market.
For me, 40 million.
40
pounds.
If Pogba is 90, how is he 40?
Because I don't think he's that, you know, I don't think he's 100 personally, I think that's too much for him.
Okay, then let me ask.
Also because he wasn't a starter in the Euros, you know. So
But
imagine someone who was on the bench.
But
is
isn't
100.
Isn't the Euros dependent on the squad that Jack Grealish is a player who, for the way Gareth Southgate plays, he seems like a luxury player because Gareth Southgate is defensive, and for him, he's a player who plays in a team that is offensive. Even at Villa, he didn't have a lot of duties in defending because that's not his biggest strength.
Yes.
You want him in your position's half. So why are you saying he's not? I'm trying to think about it because I thought you're going to tell me 70 and I would say, okay, that's reasonable. But 40, goodness me, you're putting him in the same level as McTominay.
It's just personal because, he hasn't won much. He hasn't won any trophy in my recent memory.
All right. Jack Grealish was very instrumental to Aston Villa coming back to the Premier League. Those are some awesome thoughts, and you will only get them here on the Transfer Weekly. Great Barcelona, we have seen heroes fall down. Do you think, for some people say it's a power coy for Barcelona, they're saying La Liga, are you going to watch the best player walk out of the door, walk out of the league? They lost Cristiano Ronaldo a few years ago. They lost Neymar. Right now, if you ask anybody who does really follow names, if Messi does leave, whom are you going to watch in La Liga?
Okay, personally, I'll still watch La Liga because I like it. I like Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid. I like watching that league. I think it's fun. But for sure, it's going to, the stakes in the league is going to really drop. Guys are not going to be watching it as much.
So Harry is in no hurry to rejoin Tottenham Hotspurs. Did you expect this from him? Because the many things about the people who talk about him and are close to him, they say he's respectful, he honors the club, he trusts everybody at the club. Did you expect to see this from Harry Kane?
Yes, I did, because Kane is 27 years of age. Last season, he had the most goals and most assists in the Premier League, and he has no trophy. So I think it's only fair for him to do that, you know, to want to look for every chance to get out of Tottenham Hotspur. And I think Spurs should just sell him straight up to whichever team. Be it City, be it United, be it PSG. I think it's high time for him to go, because also I believe he needs a trophy, and Tottenham, they don't have players to his level, you know.
So for you're okay with a player in your team telling the manager, I want to leave. The manager says, nah, we don't want to sell you yet. The player decides, I'm not coming to training. You train. And at some point, because you expect if Harry Kane does not go, he's going to rejoin those teammates. How would you treat him if he comes back to the team?
I would understand him because he's a human. Yeah, it's normal for him to have some certain emotions, you know. But yeah.
How do you think the situation would be if Jose Mourinho was still at the helm at Spurs? Would he be doing the same?
I don't think he would be doing that. He would be way more disciplined. You know, this is a new coach who's come. Yeah, so I think he feels more entitled than him. And but I don't think other teams should really fear much because Pep Guardiola, their coach, is an overthinker. Sometimes he messes the system up. As good as he is, some of that money also gets into his head too much and he makes wrong decisions.
So City fans, don't bet on the league once Harry Kane and Jack Grealish joins you. He is saying your coach may be the biggest mistake you have or the best thing you have also. Next week in the Transfer Weekly, we talk about what does it mean for Jack Grealish in terms of the numbers, the physical numbers, and if they do sell Bernardo Silva and Gabriel Jesus, is there any issue in terms of Manchester City having the depth of their squad? We talk about all that in the next week's episode. This is the Transfer Weekly with me, Mwanawanjuguna. Have yourself a blessed weekend.